The Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer just dropped a couple days ago, and I thought it'd be a perfect time to draw Bowser Jr. in 4 incredibly different styles. And today we have cartoon, realistic, pixel, and the regular style. Let's start off with the cartoon style. I will say one of the cool things that I loved in the premiere is Bowser getting in touch with his artistic side. But all kidding aside, I really did love the way the trailer came out. And for those of you who haven't noticed already, yeah, my voice is, well, it's a little banged up. I'm kind of getting over a cold and it really stressed my throat. And so if I sound a little wonky, now you know why. So I'm going to kind of keep the talking a little bit minimalistic here. As you can see, this is a cartoon style. We're going to keep it simple with bold colors and only a two-tone cell shading, which is basically a flat matte color and then a highlight or a shadow to delineate the depth of the character. And before we get too far in this video, if you're a fan of art or if you're a fan of Mario like I am, then please do me a favor, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on another video. With some last minute shadows and highlights, we're going to add nice bold outlines across the whole thing to finish up the whole concept of the cartoon effect, which is basically to give it that 1990s, 1980s cartoon style feel. And to me, this version of Bowser really looks like he would fit in well in the TMNT universe. I mean, I could just definitely see him fighting the Ninja Turtles. With the cartoon style complete, we're going to now transform him into the pixel effect. Now basically what this is we're going to bring him into the retro style of the early 80s and early 90s pixel style of video game and design. Now just because something is a pixel image doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't have to have depth or look recognizable. Yeah, the early 80s of Mario didn't look as great, but then when we look at things like Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger on the SNES, they looked pretty awesome for the amount of pixels that they were able to create and move in space. The hardest part about this particular effect is trying to dissect how big you want the pixels to be and where you want to coordinate the colors to make it still look like the three-dimensional object. You don't want it to just look like random color blobs. You want to still give it some three-dimensional effect by adding a shadow here or there, but this is all up for your own personal interpretation, like how far do you want to push it. For me, I wanted to give more of an homage to the early games of the NES where there was very little pixels, so that's why I left it as big blobby pixels. But if you wanted to see a little bit more, let me know. Maybe I'll do a smaller version where it's just Bowser Jr. in a more high def pixel version. Last pixels complete, as now we're going to move on to the regular style. And what's the regular style? Well, that's just Bowser Jr. without his Wonder power. I like how they threw the homage to Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which came out in 2023 in this movie, and I want to see how they're going to incorporate that in this movie as well, because we saw both Junior and Wonder in the same thing, so it's going to see this cool transformation and how this story gets evolved throughout. For this section, I didn't go too heavy into detail. I basically wanted to keep it semi-realistic, but to kind of give it its own little flair. I really just wanted it to look like Bowser Jr. in a cartoon style, but with a little bit more detail. I didn't want it to be flat, but I didn't want it to be too three-dimensional because I didn't want it to take away from the realistic side, which is coming up next, and I think you're absolutely going to love how detailed it all came out. In total, this whole piece came out to about 6 hours, and it was actually really fun. And if this video gets 1,000 likes, then I will absolutely do Rosalina before the movie. Last and surely not least, we are going to do the realistic side. And for this, I want it to look exactly as how we saw the clips in the movie. So how are we going to achieve this? It's going to be a multifaceted way. We're going to add lots of layers of color pencil on top. And then we're going to finish off with paint pens and some alcohol markers here and there to differentiate colors. But because it's such a fluid and metallic look to the character, we're pretty much going to stick with color pencils and paint pens, and we're going to balance them back and forth to get these really smooth, radiant textures. Now, to give my voice just a little bit of rest, kick back, relax, and just watch as all this coolness unfolds. One quick tip, don't press too hard with color pencils. Basically, you want to make sure that you give the ability to blend. So you want to add your layers of color over the top before you press it down and basically blend out the color. A good tip is always work gently in layers and sharpen your pencil. As you can see, you gotta sharpen the pencil. But in all seriousness, you want to make sure that you do work gently to add in all those colors and textures. You want to make sure that they have reds, blues, greens, and yellows all throughout. It gives a nice harmonious feel to your color pencil drawings if you don't just do purple, black, and white and then try and make it three-dimensional. That'll give it like a plasticky feel, but it won't give it any life. See, like with the green that was in the mask, it might not be the natural color because it's black, but because of all the reflective highlights around it, the green is what pops up and it gives it a more realistic feel. As you can see with the hands, because they have a metallic look, you're going to see purples, blues, reds, little yellows, and greens. That's what gives it that life, that little pop of vitality. Once again, if you like the way this looked and if you're still with me, then please do me a favor, smash that like button and subscribe button so you'll never miss out on another piece, and let me know what side was your favorite. Thanks for sticking with my terrible voice throughout this whole video. I do apologize. Hopefully I'll get better soon. And as always, folks, I will see you all in the next video.